My name is Darius Richardson, and I will be discussing cell phones. Uh, is cell phones, is there really a, is it really a health risk or a risk at all using a phone? In this high-tech 21st century that we live in, there has been numerous advancements when it comes to the cell phone to also help us with our everyday lives. One of the things is that everywhere you look, everyone has a phone, from kids to my kids, top executive managers. Just nowadays, everyone has a phone. Is it true that having a cell phone is very convenient and helpful most of the time, such as emergencies? But not everyone knows the potential negativity impacts these phones have on our lives. In the past several years, there have been numerous studies involving cell phones. Many have come to the conclusion that it is false and that there is no risk. Well, to say there is a risk are very high with using cell phones. I myself do not believe that cell phones pose a serious health threat, such as brain cancers or tumors in that fact, but it is a problem with phones. The problem starts with people forgetting common courtesy. It happens all the time, whether you're at dinner, you're in traffic, just driving. A lot of people get caught up so into their phone, they forget what's going on with their surroundings around them. In the past few years, there have been court cases against cell phone companies stating that the phones cause substantial damage. One such case was a Maryland neurologist named Dr. Christopher Newman, who filed an $800 million lawsuit against Motorola, Verizon Communications, Bell Atlantic Mobile System, and Southwestern Bell Mobile System. That's just to name a few. There are very large companies in a lawsuit coming from a very educated man. But the question is there enough evidence to prove that the radiation from the cell phones is responsible for the magnitude of malignant brain tumor? This case, as well as a handful of others, were thrown out due to lack of evidence. Yet, if there are this many people filing suits, there is definitely a need to investigate and look further into this supposed problem. People such as Dr. Newman say that only 2 minutes of exposure to emissions from the mobile phones can disable a safety barrier in blood, causing proteins and toxins to leak into the brain, which would increase chances of developing Alzheimer's, multiple sclerosis, and Parkinson's, as well as brain tumors. Think about it, folks. We use a phone every day, and really it is the way of life. So when I was reading this, it got very scary to me. By me using a phone, something I use every day, and really it's into my life, it's into your life of everyday usage, this could be shortened. I'm not saying shorten our time on earth, but in a sense, could it truly cause cancer? Could it cause a brain tumor? We will really never know. Like they're saying, it's not enough evidence to support all the claims, but it's just something to think about because it's out there. Scientists say exposure to the phone's low-level radiation causes red blood cells to leak hemoglobin and can lead to heart disease and kidney stones. Kidney stones. Recent studies suggest that there is a link between cell phone use and brain tumors, and the possibility that the microwaves are the cause, but the studies were never concluded due to the time period needed to conduct the study. On the other hand, there are several sources that dismiss these accusations of the dangers of cell phones as rumors. It is just simply a way for people to make money, some say. Understandably, the majority of those individuals who say that cell phones are 100% safe are the owners of the cell phone companies. So why not? If I was an owner and I'm trying to basically get rich, make plenty of money, of course I would tell you the cell phone is safe. But ultimately it's up to the discretion of the person who's buying the phone. They don't want to lose sales due to the possible possibility of problems. And I can't think of no one who will promote a product long enough to actually want to lose money promoting it. The job is not to lose money, the job is to make money. So that's what these companies are doing. They're going to make the money. Look around. As I stated before, cell phones are everywhere. These companies will lose millions if any of the major problems was confirmed. Recent research is confirming there is no scientific evidence to indicate health hazards from wireless communications devices provided safety recommendations are met, says one Canadian leading expert of electronic fields. While strong fields can produce biological effects in the human body, radio frequency devices, including cell phones, base stations, and modems, produce very low fields and are not associated with health problems. Dr. Mary Richardson told the International Conference of Electrology through research that she has conducted that it is true that cell phones do emit a certain amount of radiation that has been recognized by cell phone companies, but they do state that it is at a low level, so low it cannot harm the human body, such as household microwaves. It is very easy to understand why people will try this claim for personal gain. I call it a get-rich-quick scheme. Although most results are inconclusive, I think it is safe to say that for the time being, cell phones are safe and will continue to be used by many Americans, foreigners, and everyone else who just want to communicate with their families, loved ones, and friends. Throughout this study, I also found out, regardless of what, it's no evidence has been proven anyway, but I know for a fact I cannot go every day without the use of my cell phone device. It has become a part of me. I've become accustomed to it, and I will continue to use my cell phone. Thank you.